Hi, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, the future home of Chattanooga Whiskey is moving again. The company is scrapping plans to build a distillery in the John Ross building after structural concerns. An engineering firm found the building wouldn't be able to hold so much whiskey and heavy equipment. Now a search committee is looking for places to build a distillery from the ground up. In the meantime, the company is moving forward on a micro-distillery across from the Chattanooga Choo Choo. A woman framed by the police 2 years ago is back in jail. In 2012, Angela Garm Lee complained Murray County Judge Brian Cochran was abusing his power. A short time later, Garm Lee was charged with possession of meth after packets of the drug were found on her car. Cochran allegedly called officials and tipped them off about the drugs, which were planted by a man who lived in a trailer the judge owned. In the end, a deputy and police captain went to prison, and Judge Cochran resigned. But this week, Garm Lee was arrested on charges of meth possession once again. Dalton police say investigators learned a few months ago that Garm Lee was selling meth, and according to an arrest warrant, Garm Lee sold the drug to a police informant. Garm Lee's attorney, McCracken Poston, says he believes the arrest is illegitimate and an act of revenge. But Dalton police spokesman Bruce Frazier says that isn't true. A week after 240 cats were found in a North Georgia trailer home, more than 200 are still there. And Walker County's animal control officer says he's not sure what's going to happen to them. Last week, officials hauled dozens of cats from the Chickamauga home to the county animal shelter, and Supervisor Curtis Patterson says he expected other shelters to take in the rest. But other centers have refused to take the cats because of health risks. Already, 30 of the cats have had to be euthanized because they were, quote, horrifically sick. And the state inspector has recommended euthanizing all of them. The cat's owner hasn't yet faced criminal charges. Charles Schrock is running again for the Fort Oglethorpe City Council. Schrock was ousted in 2012 after complaints of sexual harassment by city employees. 3 women complained that Schrock squeezed, kissed, and harassed them. The city council voted unanimously to remove him from his seat, and the county court supported the decision. But Schrock says he hasn't done anything wrong and that the allegations were simply dirty politics. Now he'll be on the ballot in November against Derek Rogers. A Dunlap woman is at large after she escaped from police custody on Sunday. Jennifer Renee Cooley and 2 other women escaped from Johnson City Police during a work detail. Cooley was in custody on meth manufacturing charges and could be in the Dunlap area. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sequatchie County Sheriff. Chattanooga police have arrested a suspect after a man was shot on Bailey Avenue Monday night. 24-year-old William Addison Darden IV has been charged in the crime. The victim was identified as 26-year-old Kevin Addison. His injuries were not considered life-threatening. The University of Tennessee has acquired President Andrew Jackson's family Bible. Jackson was the first U.S. president from Tennessee. The Bible had been lost to public view for 150 years, but UT Libraries acquired the Bible after it was offered for sale earlier this year. It will be on display at the John C. Hodges Library in Knoxville. Finally, Quilt Week has kicked off at the Chattanooga Convention Center. It's one of the largest conventions in Chattanooga's history, expected to draw up to 12,000 people. The convention aims to return to the city for the next 2 years as well, piping a total of $30 million into the local economy. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 88 degrees and storms this evening. The low tonight will be around 72. That's it for today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.